Hi everybody, this is Dennis. I'm going to be doing a full review of the EC. It's the Weird Science Fantasy. It was a hardcover set that they put out in 1982. You can see that it's a slipcase, and these were really cool. They released them, and the hardcover set, you can see the format compared to a regular comic book, oversized hardcover set, and you can even check out, the binding of the slipcase. These were not the cheapest set I've definitely ever bought, but it is really, really cool for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through it and allow you guys to take a look at this. Now, obviously I picked this one up used, but this was really cool. Joe Orlando, he signed it. Al Williamson, he signed it. If you guys are a fan, everybody knows those guys. And this one looks like it's Bill Spicer. I think he was the editor for this project in 1982. So that is really cool. And this one collects, it is issues, I think 23 through 29. So the original ones were 1954 through 1955. And the cover art, if we look at the 23 on this one, yeah, the cover art is Wally Wood. Yep, you can even see right there. He signed it. And so let's just take a look through this one. And, when you guys talk classic stuff, classic science fiction, classic fantasy, I mean, EC really were the bomb. I mean, well, check out the layouts and stuff in this. Even back then, it was very, very simple. Even in the short stories. Look at the design of some of the creatures. Fish Story, page 1, Al Williamson. Yeah. I think back to, this is a little older than what I am. I did get to read some of these type of things when I was younger. But this wasn't something that I collected at that age. But going back on that type of stuff, this to me is just excellent classic stuff. So then you can see at the back they reprinted the Cosmic Correspondent, the Ninth Wonder, and it just continues. They really did, I think they did a really nice job. Like I said, this came out in 82. The pages have held up really well. Fair trade. Look at that. This is just really cool classic stuff. I sit down and think about, inspiration for what a lot of the current people I hope would get ideas and stuff from, because to me this was groundbreaking. I'm not a huge collector of EC books. My stuff used to be a lot of the older Marvel, DC. I did a lot of independent stuff. And this goes into issue number 24. Yep, right there. Al Feldstein, you can see his cover right there. And I do like the fact that they reprinted it in full color. Do like the size of it. Again, like I said, you just get to see everything a little bit better. Some forewords. These are ones I know on eBay, guys. This type of a set, it'll probably run you $200, $300, maybe $400 for it. Still cheaper than going out and getting good copies of the originals. But, this really did, I think this turned out nice. A buddy of mine, he had gotten the entire, I think pretty much EC, they've got hardcovers for just about everything. If you were onto the romance side or whatever the case may be. They had a lot of different books, and he got an entire collection of them. Obviously, for those of you who know me, or some of you that don't, if you're new, science fiction and fantasy stuff were hands down my favorite. I couldn't afford to buy all those great hardcovers, but I did pick up one that really interested me, and this was cool. I sat down. I haven't read this cover to cover yet, just haven't had the time. Obviously, with Andy and I putting out the second installment, this one is Kor-Drath, The Awakening. I will leave a link to it down in Indiegogo in the link below. But most of my time is doing that and, working on the game module to tie into Kor-Drath. And we're also doing a children's book, Kor-Drath, Christmas Miracle, and which is a small little separate campaign that we are doing. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to sit down and read. I was gone for a few weeks, so I'm behind in my regular reading. But at some point when I get caught up, I will be sitting down and probably reading these cover to cover. Maybe on one of those nice, cold, rainy days. Issue number 25. This is September. It would have been 54. Al Williamson. Oh, yeah, look at that. No need to fight over Mad. Mad editors. Love it. Even reprinting, there it is, 1954, September, number 25. Very cool. Very good. Again, Wally Wood. I really do want to find time to sit down and go through these. Look at even the detail. So I also am like a World War II buff, a military buff. Really enjoy that stuff. And, whenever they have planes and stuff like this, you could tell, these were older. This is obviously right around the Korean War type. So after World War II. But they did such a nice job of getting reference material and making planes that were, very realistic. These guys were just awesome. And if you're watching this, chances are you are a fan of this type of stuff. You might be older or younger than me. It's funny, I met a really cool guy, a lot younger than I am, who's into X-Men, and everybody knows that's my favorite run of all time. And, he's just reading some of my favorite stories for the first time and hearing the excitement and stuff come out. These things are timeless. They are classic. Yeah. I know sometimes I don't know if you guys want to hear me ramble or not. But just look at that. Even the facial expressions and stuff like that. And you look at the different types of technology, the capsules, they don't go into, today we would have to name them as a particular type of capsules. But again, 1954, and a lot of the stuff that we utilize in today's science fiction and stuff like that, they came up with them. Some of my favorite, EC, I love this. Issue number 26. The cover is Al Feldstein. And, in the 50s in particular, you really had the influence of things like Flash Gordon and classic sci-fi. Classic sci-fi always involved, flying saucers. It was just cool. I love it, the way that they thought. But even look at that version, TWA plane. Just cool stuff. Look at that. Even how they did the intakes, which is very reminiscent of the jets of that time period, like I said, in the 50s. Go back and look at old U.S. Air Force photos of the planes. Really cool stuff. And they do such a good job of capturing them. And today's, obviously, it's quite a bit different, but even in today's stuff, like if you're reading the current G.I. Joe stuff, I mean, they base, what do they call the new one? The it's the new heavy bomber, but it's a heavy stealth bomber. And it's based very much on like the cockpit of the B-2, the F-35. It's just cool. But I mean, this is so indicative of what these guys came to realize as what they think technology would be based like. Being a Star Trek fan, it's the same stuff. A lot of the stuff that Star Trek came out with, we utilize something very similar today. We got 1951 sightings, the Rogers Ballard Mitchell Air Force Base case. This is just cool. Here's the statements that they made. Something like this would actually be really fun to write. Maybe something, again, just based in today. What were we doing? What did we discover? What did people see? Kind of like Area 51. Again, this is just cool stuff. The Nashberry-Fortenberry case. Check that out. There's the River Edge, New Jersey case, saucers over Washington, D.C., all these UFO sightings, and you can just see them. And just think, today, science fiction's part of our blood. It really is. We've been doing this for so long. But this was new to this generation. I mean, this was a decade and a half before I was even a twinkle. And this is really cool. The Hamilton Air Force base case. Recent developments. Check that out. Look at their version of special telescope cameras, they call them. Very cool. Issue number 27 is in it. Cover by Wally Wood. Love it. Just love the colored versions. Knowing me, once I get these and I read them, I may wind up really liking them so much that, boy, I don't know if I want to go back and collect these. But these really would be fun books to collect. I see them at the shows all the time, and they can really fetch a pretty penny, particularly in good shape. I've never looked over the census of graded ones from like CGC or CBCS, so I don't know the shapes or anything, but I'm willing to bet a lot of the ones that I see, they're probably in lower to mid-grade, and I know the expensive ones are on the back walls, and those are the ones that are in really nice shape. So, as we're doing this, if you guys are collectors, love to hear from you guys as I'm sitting here blathering on. Leave your comments down below. I love to hear from you guys about this type of stuff. Do you collect these? If not, but you want to, maybe you want to go out and find a hardcover like this. But I, Robot, adapted from the original Adam and Link story. There we go. I, Robot. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Weird Science. This is issue number 28. Cover, once again, by, you can see, Al Feldstein. And very classic. Look at even the shape of how they did the quote-unquote futuristic bridges and stuff like that. I love it. These guys they came up with new and innovative stuff. There's your Mad Magazine. The Inferiors, this one is called. But even today, if this were put out today, I'm willing to bet, there's a lot of not good comics that are being put out. There's some really good ones. Lost in Space. even check that out. No relation to the absolutely wonderful original science fiction TV show that many of us probably watched. I did. Was a fan of it. Even the reboot I really did enjoy. So look at that. There's Piracy. There's another one. The Seasick Editors of Piracy. A whole nother series that they had going on. Look at December 1940 issue with cover by Robert Fuqua and part of the interior illustration. Adam Link robot. So, as we get ready to close this out, guys, I just wanted you to show something this cool. There's the Trial of Adam Link. There's iRobot again. And I'm very curious, like I said, to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this? Is this too old for you? Does this not interest you? Is this right up your alley? Issue 29. This is the final issue of this series. And to close it out, I'll do a separate one later on for the Incredible Science Fiction. That's a separate volume. That's actually really cool too. Yeah. Al Williamson did that. There's Wally Wood. So, as I was saying, guys, leave your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on it. I was thrilled to be able to pick this up. And these are cool things. If you guys do think some of these are neat, you know, do some of your local comic conventions. You can pick up things like this. You don't have to be able to afford, you know, the originals to do it. I know they've reprinted these different times. I know they did regular hardcovers and soft covers of some of the reprints on it. And so, you know, I know you can find some cheaper versions of these out there if you just want to be able to get your hands on it for a read. Otherwise, like I said, this is a great collector set. The great slipcase and everything with it. This was highly enjoyable. I wound up getting it, like I said, signed. Oh yeah, here's the complete EC library that they had reprinted in this style. You can see Weird Science. There's the Weird Fantasy, Weird Science-Fantasy, Crime, Shock, Two-Fisted Tales, Frontline Combat. That's another one I really wish I would have had a lot of extra money. The Crypt, the Fear, the Horror. Look at that. Piracy, Valor, they're all in there. Aces High, that's all in one set. Panic, and then they had one for Mad. So, always want to hear from you guys about that. So, let me show you guys the back cover, which is pretty much, look at that. Here's the issue number 25 on the back. Al Williamson. And there's issue number 23, which is the front cover. So, like I said, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. You can take a look at the spine. Weird Science Fantasy collects issues 23 to 29, volume 1. Fits really nice in the slipcase. High quality book. I do love the fact that having Orlando and Williamson and Spicer, I'm almost positive that's him. But I'm not great with signature recognition. So here, let me just kind of hold it up. If you guys anybody can verify it, but I think that's Bill Spicer, since he was very instrumental in putting this project together. But love the fact that it's signed. Great creators like this. Guys, if you're new to the channel, smash the like and subscribe button. We do quick flips. I do like all the comic books I buy each week. I do little quick flips, little YouTube shorts on, just so you can take a look at the comics. If you want me to do full reviews, I can. I do like to do things like this and show you guys some of the really cool ones in detail and talk about it. You know, I'm giving this a 9.2 CGC grade. I think this is just fantastic stuff. This is a must-own for anybody who's a fan of it. But we also do movie reviews, and every Wednesday we do a great live stream where we bring on comic creators, and you get to talk to them. You can click on the links and join in, and particularly through YouTube. So make sure, like I said, you guys are subscribed to it, and you get to chat and ask questions. We have a very active chat, and our creators that come on love to hear from you guys. So do that, and then, like I said, check out Kor-Drath, The Awakening, the project Andy and I are working on, the sequel to the hit Kor-Drath, The Reckoning, which was the first volume. And, if you haven't get a chance, go through it, back it, ask any questions. And I look forward to seeing you guys real soon, and catch you later.